Hello everyone, and welcome to Countdown to Game Day. I am Rich McGowan, the high school sports reporter at the Savannah Morning News, and I am here to tell you everything you need to know before heading out to the stadium. Now, week one is in the books with a few surprises. Richmond Hill, as predicted by me, once again defeated Bryan County, this time 24-22, the third straight time Richmond Hill has defeated its cross-county rivals. But on the other hand, Groves proved why you need to be careful in the prediction business, as I picked the Rebels over Houston County, only to see them lose 40-0. My bad. Overall, I went 3-2, which wasn't bad, but some room for improvement. In some other games, Calvary Day got the Mark Stroud era off to a good start with a 31-8 win over Hardeeville, and Beach won for the 11th straight time over rivals Savannah High. Now, enough looking in the past. Let's look ahead to week two, where Tropical Storm / Hurricane Hannah, whichever you want, has thrown a monkey wrench into everything. We're doing this show Wednesday afternoon, which means between now and Friday, a lot of things might change. So check back to SavannahNow.com often, and I will have the latest on game time changes, day changes, whatever the latest is. I will update my blog as often as need be, and we will have new updates throughout the next couple days. So check back early and often to SavannahNow.com. Let's get to it. First up is one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Georgia, as Benedictine faces Savannah High. Now, this game has already been moved from its original Friday time to Thursday at 6 p.m. Now, Benedictine was very impressive last week in its win over Windsor Forest. The Cadets' offensive line showed it can move bodies out of the way and open up some holes for running backs John Williams and Caleb Campbell. The duo rushed for a combined 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. Savannah High's defense, however, had some trouble slowing down Beach's running backs. In the loss to the Bulldogs last Friday, Savannah gave up nearly 300 yards on the ground, and the Blue Jackets defenders will have to be stingier if Savannah wants to have a shot at the upset. Savannah has a big play threat and Rayshawn Leaks, but I don't think that's going to be efficient. I see Benedictine winning this one 28-8. Originally scheduled for Saturday night in Savannah, Jenkins' game is now at South Effingham, and that game will be Thursday at 6:30. South Effingham comes into this game coming off a nice 21-0 win over West Lawrence. The Mustangs pounded the ball on the ground, gaining 241 yards, led by running backs Wesley Ricks and Frank Manker. Ricks had 89 yards, while Manker totaled 85, and look for the Mustangs to continue to make their living on the ground. Jenkins enters the game coming off a 48-7 loss to Valdosta, so they can only improve. Now, this game wasn't really fair, as Valdosta is one of the premier teams in the state, while Jenkins is trying to replace virtually every starter from last year's 8-2 playoff team. The Warriors managed just 30 yards of total offense with just 3 first downs, the only highlight coming off of a 92-yard kickoff return from Kareem Blute. Now, you can't really judge Jenkins by last week's loss, and the Warriors should be more competitive against South Effingham, but I like the Mustangs' experience to give them the edge. I'm taking South Effingham 28-12. Saturday, Liberty County opens its new stadium in Hinesville, and the first visitors are the Beach Bulldogs. Now, Liberty is now opening its new barn in the mood it had hoped, as the Panthers got thumped 35-0 by McIntosh County Academy last week. Now, McIntosh is a solid program, but Liberty began the season with high expectations, and another loss, especially one coming on its new home field, could be a morale crusher for Liberty. Beach, on the other hand, enters coming off a big win against rival Savannah High, during which its offense showed a lot of balance and its defense made the stops when it had to. Even though the Bulldogs won 24-16, they could have put the game away early had it not missed out on early scoring chances in the first quarter and again at the end of the first half. If Beach wants to go 2-0 for the second straight year, it must convert on its chances. This one is a tough one to call. I liked what I saw from Beach last week, but Liberty, despite its ugly loss to McIntosh last week, has a lot of skill and a lot of experience. In the end, I think playing in front of a large, energetic home crowd will give the Panthers the edge. I'm going to take Liberty County 35-21. And now let's go out to the game of the week, where Savannah Christian heads to Twin City to face a defending Class Single-A state champion, Emmanuel County Institute. Now, this game is still scheduled for Friday, and don't expect it to change to Thursday. Savannah Christian played last Saturday, and they don't want to play this one on a short week. So if this one does get changed, it will be moved to Saturday. but both coaches are adamant they want to get this in on Friday. Stay tuned. Now, Savannah Christian is coming off a 30-0 victory over Montgomery County, a team that has now lost 29 straight games, meaning the Raiders are going to be in for a much stiffer test this week. The Raider defense is going to have its work cut out for them. ECI will, of course, hand the ball off to Washawn Ely, the running back who set a new touchdown state record last year with 58 scores. Now, the Raiders have to slow him down to have any shot to win this game, and they have to slow him down with a defense that returns only 4 starters from last year's squad. And all of Twin City is likely going to come out to this game, and that stadium, when it's full, is a very tough place to play. Savannah Christian is largely a young team, and many of its players will be playing in front of a hostile crowd for the first time in their careers, and that is a major obstacle they have to overcome as well. I wish these two teams could have played last year. I think it would have been a fantastic game, but this is 2008, and I don't think at this point in the season the Raiders are ready to contend with the Bulldogs. Maybe they can later in the year when they get some more experience under their belt, but for this game, right now, I like ECI 42-14. That's it. Thanks very much for watching, and be sure to check back here next week for another edition of Countdown to Game Day. For the Savannah Morning News, I'm Rich McGowan, and we're going to leave you with a list of games that have already been moved due to Tropical Storm Hannah.